Hey, so welcome to Andrew McKinney's senior speech. So, welcome parents Stephen and Kristen McKinney. We're glad y'all made it. Worth the wait. And grandparents John and Teresa Ciccone, and by the way, that's a great Chicago name. And brother Ben, who I wasn't supposed to mention, but I'm going to mention you anyway, Ben, because I care. So, anyone that knows Andrew knows that he's a pretty fearless athlete. He's an avid debater. I think we all probably know that part the best. He's a perpetual motion machine, as though mankind couldn't produce one, but we have. And he's an avid reader. You may not have seen him with a book, but you know that phone. So, in 3 years he's been with us, Andrew's played football, basketball, track and field, baseball, and he's been on the motorsports engineering team since the beginning. He shows an incredible amount of resilience, especially when it comes to debate. One of Andrew's great strengths in the debate is that he can be entirely in agreement with his opponent's position, yet it won't change the fact that he'll argue against it with the same effort and wild abandon as he uses when he's trying to run the bases on a first pitch steal. I promise, metal being more brittle does not make it easier to cut, Andrew. If there is a student that can prove you can win races with the front wheel of your race car completely locked up, it's Andrew. Now, his energy is contagious and enviable, and we see it in his athletic pursuits, in his classroom contributions, and as he tops the leaderboard for the screen and motion violations in Jive's office. I need to see this. The interesting thing to note is that Andrew is constantly reading sci-fi and fantasy novels, both loves of mine as well, as he gets his steps in. I, for one, respect, appreciate, and envy Andrew's ability to step into his me time with his books. We should all be so lucky to have a personal interest in which we can lose ourselves. Today, we'll have a chance to hear from Andrew about another personal interest of his, NCAA endorsements. He walks fast, he talks fast, so please join me in welcoming him to the podium and encouraging him to take a breath, pace himself, and enjoy the moment.
So my topic is about the NCAA endorsement and the NIL rule. What is the NCAA? The NCAA's function as a general legislature and admission authority for men and women in intercollegiate athletes. It formulates and enforces the rules play for various sports and eligibility criteria for athletes. What are endorsements? The act of giving one public approval or support of someone or something. So, NIL stands for name, image, and likeness. What does this matter? The college athlete can earn money from their name, image, and likeness starting in 2021, July 1st. This NC rule has only been approved temporarily, and a lot of college athletes in all divisions get paid for their use of name, image, and likeness. Where did this all start? Actually, this started in the NCAA basketball 10 game using L.O. Banner name, image, and likeness without his permission. So he filed an antitrust suit against the NCAA and UCLA College, which resulted in the NCAA had to change the format of the scholarship to include the living costs of the athlete and other form of benefits. Furthermore, he was given $42.2 million in fees and costs to resolve this case. Many other class action lawsuits filed by student athletes against the NCAA colleges and following challenging other rules and how educational funds may be used. Another person kickstarted the rule change was destroying when he was kicked out of his campus of the University of Central Florida because he was making YouTube videos. This this, the NCAA began a 6-month investigation of his social media problems. At the end of the investigation, the NCAA gave them an ultimatum: play football and give up YouTube, or to quit college football and lose his scholarship. We all guessed it. He quit and made YouTube videos. After you quit football, you begin to inform the audience with a topic in college athletes earning money while on sports scholarships, and it soon turned into nationwide media coverage about this topic. This caused many people to start saying, why should this rule exist and how is it fair for the athletes, resulting in the NCAA versus Austin. This brings us to the next Austin, designing the NIL rule, which was about the NCAA rule that restricts educational-related benefits to basketball and football students athletes. The NCAA lost this lawsuit in March 2019, which made the NCAA allow students to obtain other non-cash scholarships, internships, and other support beyond full cost attendance for academic purposes. The NCAA appealed this all the way up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court affirmed this in a unanimous decision in July 2021. By June 1st, 2021, the NCAA announced the board had agreed to new rules that remove restriction on paid endorsements, the NIL ruling. How will this affect college athletes? For one, they can get paid now, so good for them. And two, many college athletes actually ends up broke or homeless. Statistics shows around 50% actually become drug addicts and cannot finish the college career. So now they have money to fix their life or get doctors for help for this. One of the person in particular, DJ from the University of Clemson, got endorsing some Dr. Pepper, Bone Bagel, and Candy Digital, but Dr. Pepper alone earned him more than $1 million. Another person, Bryce Young, got offers from Creative Artist Agency and Cash App. Cash App earned him $1 million. Remember, this rule change only happened June 1st, so he may get many offers over the season, especially because they just lost. Before we talk about our next question, we need to talk about how social media affects the endorsements you get and how much you may earn. After social media surprisingly drastically affects the NIL earning even more so on the on-field performance. I get it. If they perform good, they're going to have a lot of following as well. So. Blake Warren's comment, the NIL benefits says the NIL compensation for athletes with 50,000 social media followers is over $11,000, while the average NFL compensation for athletes with under 5,000 followers is around 300. So, you guys don't got to follow me that I can make money. The next person we're going to talk about is Harry and Hannah Collins from Francisco State University, who have a joint account of 3.6 million followers on TikTok and has one of the most lucrative NILs in NCAA with Boost Mobile despite playing in a non-major conference. They earned $3 million from TikTok and estimated $2 million from Boost Mobile for the endorsement contract. I wish I had that money. Now, how will this affect high school sports? For us, it won't. As it stands now, high school athletes can also take advantage of the NIL rule. One person protected named Quinn Edwards had changed his life over the NIL rule, and Quinn Edwards dropped out of high school football at South Lake, Texas, skipped his senior season because in his ability to take advantage of the NIL opportunities from Ohio State. The main reason he did this is because the endorsement contract has a clause that if he gets hurt before starting his college career, he would lose his endorsements of approximately $1 million. How many other players would skip their senior season and just like, screw it, I want the money? Should athletes be allowed to profit from the name, image, and likeness? Maybe. Companies are profiting from the users using these athletes. So yes, I think they should be able to earn money outside any scholarship they receive. Should high school players be allowed to sign endorsements early and skip their senior season out of high school? I personally do not believe this, and it may be changed in the future. There will be some adjustment made to the NIL rule going through the future. For all prospects of college athlete out there, remember the NI will may someday help you. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. We went off script a little bit. Thank you for helping us better understand NCAA endorsement NIL rule. You specifically opened your eyes to this rules and what they mean to the financial comfort of student athletes while they are in school. What is most clear to me is how much one can achieve when digging into a personal passion of interest. You overcame your anxiety, achieved a wonderful accomplishment, and this was no small feat. Guests, enjoy the rest of the day, and seniors, please thank Andrew.